What is up, guys? Football Manager Tactics here, and welcome to episode 4 of my Football Manager Moneyball playthrough. I hope you guys are good. I'm really good. We've had a fantastic run, and I'll get right into it now, and I'll explain absolutely everything. We'll start off with the fixtures. So, in our last episode, we left off with a 4-2 win against Cheltenham, which had left us top of the league table. And we continued our form again. We went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we went on an 8-game unbeaten run. Actually, it wasn't even unbeaten. It was unbeaten, but it was an 8-game winning streak as well. But unfortunately then we came crashing back down to earth with a 1-0 defeat away to Carlisle. Following that again then, we had a 2-1 defeat away to Stevenage. But we did pick it back up again with a 3-2 win against Plymouth. And that was at home. And then we drew Doncaster in the FA Cup first round, and we got revenge. Up here, they did beat us 3-1 in the Johnson's Paint North first round, but we got revenge, beating them 2-0 to set up a tie against a team that I have never heard of before, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So then again, carrying on with our somewhat kind of miserable away form, really. We lost 2-0 away to Wickham. Our away form recently hasn't been the best. I don't think we've only won a couple of our few most recent away games, so that's something we're going to have to address. But then we corrected things with a 3-1 win at home to Luton, and then a 3-2 win away to Shrewsbury. And then we played VCD, who are a team that I have never heard of before, but we drew them in the FA Cup second round. And for this game, we were predicted to absolutely destroy them. So I decided to put out every single player who's not really a regular starter as much as I could. So there was a couple of usuals in there, like Lenihan and Matt Palmer. They had to play because I didn't have a lot of cover for central midfield because I had a couple of injuries at the time. And then Darrell Lenihan got injured, and so did Stuart Bevan. So that was great. But we drew 0-0 away, which wasn't great at all. I was really, really disappointed with that. And then we played at home to Hartlepool, and we lost 3-1. And now Hartlepool aren't the best team at all by any stretch of the imagination in the league. So I was disappointed to lose at home as well by 3-1. So we move forward quickly anyway onto the next game against VCD. And I just want to highlight this game. Yes, we put out a second string team again, but we had some more kind of first team regulars there. And I'll just show you this. Yes, we won 3-0. But if you actually look at the shots, we had 40 shots. We had 64% possession. But we had 40 shots, and of those 40 shots, there was 13 on target, and we had 8 clear-cut chances. So we should have won this game by an awful lot more than what we won. But however, a win is a win. I'll take it. We'll go on. So I was delighted with that. Through to the next round. But then all that kind of the buzz from getting through to the next round of the FA Cup was absolutely destroyed by the fact that I was drawn against Blackpool in the next round, which we're due to play now. This is our next game, and we're playing away as well, just to make things even worse. I know Blackpool don't have the greatest of teams, but they're still a championship team. They're 2 divisions above us. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. They do have a player suspended and 3 players out injured, with 1 doubtful as well. And just for us, Adam McGurk is out. He has a broken ankle. He's out for another couple of months, but more on that soon. So after we beat VCD 3-0, we then went on another mini run in the league. We played Southend. We won 2-0. And it was a pretty close game up until the 88th minute when they had 2 own goals. Actually, I'll show you these because both of these goals are quite comical. So just give me a second now and I'll load up the highlights. Because these goals are actually quite funny, and I'd say they were absolutely devastated by the fact that they scored 2 own goals right at the end of the game. They had a man sent off as well, so just pause this and change the camera to oh no, it's this one. So just let that load up, the old 2D match engine. Slow this right down and play. So again, Cilia has been a massive player on the left for us, but look how funny this is. The keeper tries to save it, keeps it on the line, then a player tries to go and clear it, ends up kicking it into the goalkeeper and then going into the back of the net. How funny is that? And something similar happened here as well. I think it was Messinho had a header on goal. It hit off the crossbar, as far as I remember. Yeah. And then he just falls over, but apparently that's an own goal. However, I'll take it, whatever, I don't care. That will do. Oh no, I didn't mean to press continue. Whatever, we'll get back to the tactics now in a minute. And the rest of our games. So
today's match day for Blackpool.
I would consider maybe like doing a live com, but I'm not going to just yet because I'm still not happy with how I'm setting up. In terms of live com and stuff like that, my PC can be quite temperamental at times. Not even a PC, it's a laptop that I'm using. And when I am recording, it does tend to be extra temperamental, and it can crash at times as well, which is something that I don't want to be like halfway through a live com and then have the thing crash only for me to have to restart the whole thing again. And especially, like, it could be really dangerous. Say if I was to live com this Blackpool game and say I was winning away 2-0, do you know who's to say that if the game crashed and I went to play the match again that it would be exactly the same? So that's something that I'm going to have to look into. I'm not sure how to rectify it really, but I'll see. I might be able to use different software and stuff, or it could be some hardware issues, but however, we'll get back to that another time. So back to our schedule. So Southend away, we bet them 2-0, then we beat Tranmere 3-2 at home, and then we beat Accrington 1-0 away. So that has left us at the top of the league. We're still top of the league, which is fantastic. So if I just go to the League 2 table here. So we're on 53 points. We've conceded 20 goals, but we've scored 46, so that leaves us with a goal difference of 26. We're 8 points ahead of Wickham, which gives us a nice little cushion. Shrewsbury as well are on 45 points, and then we're 10 points ahead of Portsmouth. So things are looking good for us at the moment. Dominic Samuel, again, top goal scorer now. He has been absolutely banging in the goals. He has been an amazing signing for us. And then again, he's on average the best player in the league, with Remy Cilia coming in third and Shane Cansdell-Sheriff coming in fourth. He's been quite a bit of a rock for us as well at the back. Disappointed though to see that Salomon isn't up there, because he's kept 10 clean sheets for us and he has been absolutely instrumental. He has made some crucial saves for us, which I can't really show in the highlights really, but he really has been absolutely rock solid for us at the back, and he's turned out to be a fantastic signing. So yeah, Dominic Samuel again, most man in the match or player of the match awards with 6. He is an absolute beast of a player. So basically what happened, I'll go back to the schedule for a minute. So what happened around here is that we switched up the tactics and things started to really click for us. But then around here we started to kind of dip in form again, so I decided to see if I could switch up the tactics again, and that's exactly what I have done. So if I go into my tactics now, whenever it decides to load, I'm playing a 4-1-4-1, I suppose, with a halfback instead of, well, it's still a defensive mid really, but it's more of a halfback. And then I have 4 midfielders with 2 wingers. And that's the formation we've been using most recently. It it allows us a little bit more flexibility in terms of switching from attack to defense and from defense to attack. So like at the moment I'm using McCrory on the left wing with Cilia. McCrory is actually he is a wing back, a left wing back, and Cilia, so they can actually swap around quite a bit as well, and they do overlap. And the instructions that I have is that they do overlap. We do kind of have shorter passing, and we try and bring the ball into, or work the ball into the box, and we do run at defense as well, and that's just to use the pace of our main man up top. We're playing with a higher tempo as well, and what I like to do is, depending on the game, I like to switch the striker between a poacher and a false 9, depending on what kind of game we're playing. If we're playing against maybe a stronger kind of defense, I'll switch it to a false 9, which means that the false 9 can kind of hold up the ball and wait for the overlap from the wingers, as well as maybe Palmer, who's our advanced playmaker, or Lenihan, who's our box-to-box midfielder. Those two will be pushing up as well. So if we have someone set as the false 9, it means then that it's easier for us to break down some tough defenses. So while we're here as well, I'll just go into the squad view. So what we'll do first is I'll show you the form of everyone. So last 5 games form: 7.44 Dominic Samuel. Phil Edwards has actually been playing really well for us lately, 7.44 as well, club captain as well. Then Joe Doyle, oh no, sorry, he's out on loan, never mind. Asamoah as well, he's started to score a few games, and he's been providing some assists for us as well, so that's great. In terms of goals though, the goals are still coming, but there's 2 men really responsible for most of them, and that is Dominic Samuel with 19 for the season, and then you have Mosquito, who has 10, but he also has 5 assists, so that's brilliant. Samuel as well has 2 assists. We've McGurk on 4 goals. He hasn't played as much as I'd like because he broke his ankle, so he's been out for quite a while. And then we have Asamoah with 3 goals. They were all in his last 3 appearances. He's finally started to get among the goals, which is exactly what I want. But he is providing the assists as well, which is exactly what I want. Matt Palmer with 3 and 2 assists. And Robbie Weir with 2 goals and 3 assists. So our assists: Cilia still with 6, Mosquito with 5, Asamoah with 5. Joe Doyle has had 5, but he's been shipped out on loan because I couldn't give him as much game time as I wanted to, and he is only a 1-star at the moment, so current ability. So I decided just to give him more game time and send him out on loan. Then we've Christopher Ayre. He has 1 goal, but he's 4 assists, and Lenihan has 4 assists as well. So in terms of transfers, we've done a little bit more business. So we've signed a couple more players since we last left off. The first was Lee Lucas, who has come in just to give us a little bit more cover in the central midfield as well as the defensive midfield role. I thought I needed a little bit more cover. I know I had what was his name again? Where's he gone? Joe Doyle in there, but he wasn't really cutting the mustard for me, so I said I get him out on loan and I get this guy in. Then we signed Craig Reed, a young goalkeeper. He's only on 120 quid a week, but he has the potential to be quite a good goalkeeper. So I said for the price that I could get him at 120 quid, I'd bring him in. Where did he play for? St. Johnstone. Okay. So yeah, I decided to get him in, and then this guy was a bit of a mistake. I had I brought him in on a trial first of all, and it said that he had good potential as well, so I said, okay, I'll sign him, but then he didn't pass his work permit, so I appealed it, and then his appeal was rejected as well, and then by mistake I signed him. So effectively I have a player that I can't play until he gets a work permit. I can't send him out on loan. I've tried to send him out on loan, but I can't. So I don't know what to do with him. I can't really release him on a free as well, but his contract does end next year, so we'll see. But he is only on 130 quid a week as well, so it's nothing major. And then the last guy is this guy, Oliver Guegwin. That's what we call him. We signed him on a free from Torquay. Torquay. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, and just some more cover for the centre-back, defensive mid and mid-centre roles. He's quite versatile. He can play anywhere along the spine of the team, which is exactly the kind of versatility we're looking for. So he's just more so cover than anything else, but his value is decent enough. So if he doesn't cut it for us, we can sell him on as well to make a little bit of a profit on him. He is on 450 a week, which is not too much. So I'm not really concerned about that at all. And then in terms of outs, we haven't really had any more players leave the club permanently. We've sent some more players on loan and stuff like that. We've also had some trials. We've had a lot of trials. So I brought in Jack Collison on trial. I would have signed him, but he wanted something like $4,000 a week. I couldn't afford to give him $4,000 a week. No way. So I tried to bargain him down to maybe 1,500, which was the max I could offer him. And he wasn't having any of it. Well, not him, his agent wasn't having any of it. So I said, alright, good luck to you. Batis Candy, again, we brought him in on a trial and then signed him, kind of by accident. Then we had Stephen Moyekolo, who was released from Celtic. And he wanted $6,000 a week or something. I really wanted to sign him because he would have come straight into the first team. He is a very, 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 very good player for this league. But he wanted $6,000 a week. I couldn't afford to give it to him. So he was having none of it as well. I tried to offer him a lower wage contract, but some more incentives, but he didn't want any of it. So I said, okay, good luck. Then this guy as well, Barudin Atajic. He was a striker. I just felt that maybe he could have been a little bit of cover as well, because David Fopala has been quite disappointing. So I wanted maybe someone else just to give us a little bit more cover. This guy's 21. He's decent enough, and he has potential to be quite a good player as well. But he wanted like $2,500 a week. And he was only coming in as cover. I would never have been starting him. So I said, no, sorry son, good luck to you. At the moment now, we've two more trialists in at the moment. We have Pedro Leao, who is from Brazil. So I'm a little bit hesitant to sign him because of the Moneyball thing with the Brazilians being overrated. But I'm going to let my coaches just work with him for a while, see what they have to say. He has 3-star potential, so more than likely I'm not going to sign him, but he could have 5-star potential as well. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't think the report is fully developed on him at the moment. So yeah, he's someone that we're looking at, as well as this guy as well, Regis Atari. He's an attacking midfielder. He has 4-star potential. And he's someone that we would be interested in as well, but if I was to sign this guy, I would definitely send him out on loan straight away as well, because he's nowhere near good enough for the first team at the moment. And the thing that's worrying me is he is 22 and he only has a 1-star ability at the moment, so I'm not 100% sure on him if I'm going to sign him or not. I'll have to wait and see. But other than that, things are looking pretty rosy. We'll go back to our schedule. So we're coming into the main part of the season now. The first half of the season is pretty much out of the way. Now it's pretty much down to business. Let's ride out the second half of the season and really kick on and try and stick on top. I've signed a new contract recently actually as well. If I can show you my profile. So I've signed a new contract. If I can find where my contract is. Yeah, so the board were offering me like $2,000 a week. And I said, no, why would you offer me $2,000 a week? So I brought it down to 575. They offered me a 12-month extension. So I said, basically, it'd make more sense for me to have less wages, because it doesn't matter if I get paid or not, because there's nothing that I can do in game with the money. But then I'd rather have a longer contract. So I'm now contracted to 2019. The board accepted that straight away. They were delighted that I didn't want any money, which will more than likely save some wage budget as well, and help with our finances. So I was delighted with that. I now have a 4-year contract, which Do you know, some people might think is dangerous for a manager, but not me. I have a long-term plan for being with this club, and hopefully we can see that through. In terms of finances, we're doing okay. So we were kind of dipping, and we were down to minus 66 grand at one point. But then we had a couple of cup wins, so we got a little bit of windfall from those cup wins, and that has brought us back up now to 108 grand at the moment. So we were projected at one stage to be 1 point something million in the red when we finished. Now that's been brought down to 936, and this is something that I'm going to really look to secure as well. We really need to secure our finances. I really want to make sure that, yes, we are growing as a club and we are moving up the leagues, but the whole point of Moneyball is to be able to turn a profit as well with the club, and make sure that the club's financial status is secure, and that there will always be that financial security. So that's something that I'm looking to work on as well. In terms of other things, we have signed an affiliate with Tottenham, which is something that I requested for the board to do. What I wanted to do was get a affiliate club who are above us. So we already had Derby, and Derby, yeah, fair enough, they have decent players, but someone like Tottenham, if we can go into their youth team, say even their under 18s, like, I'm going to scout all these guys, see what's what with these guys, see if we can take any of them on loan. The same as well with their under 21 squad. I mean, they have a lot of players in here, and the best thing is I won't have to pay any wages for any of these players if I am to sign them. So that's exactly why I went to the board and asked for a parent club. I've also asked them to increase the youth intake, so it's now a little bit better than what it was, and that's pretty much it. Lastly but least though, what I want to do is I want to show you Dominic Samuel and how amazing of a player he has been for us. So he scored 18 goals in the league. He started 16, come on as a sub for 4. He has 2 assists. I'm still delighted because I'm not paying him anything. He's on loan from Reading, and I don't have to pay any of his wages. And looking by the way things are going now, I'm going to see if I can keep on to him for next season as well. He is only valued at 51,000, so I'm not sure as to what Reading will do with him. His contract with Reading actually expires at the end of this season, so I actually might be able to sign him on a free. I didn't know that. So that might be something that we could look into. Fair enough, if we sign him on a free, we'll have to start paying him some wages, but I don't really mind that, to be honest, if we can get him on a free, because he's been absolutely outstanding for us. He is the difference this season between us being a mid-table mediocre team and us being on the top of the table. Without his goals, I don't even know where we would be. So this guy is absolutely class. If you're following along as well and you're looking for some tips for some really good players to sign, I really highly encourage you, sign Dominic Samuel on loan. You don't have to pay any of his wages. Reading are more than happy to accept a loan deal with no wages, so sign him up, and I'll let you know as well towards the end of the season whether we can sign him on a free or not as well. But that's it for me for today, guys. My next episode, I plan to have it, so I'm going to play all the way till the end of January. So after the Bury game, I'm going to play until the end of the January transfer window, let you know the ins and outs if there are any on either side. And then after that, we're going to play until probably the last couple of games of the season, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's it. So when I come back, guys, I'll have played up until the Bury game, and we'll see where we are then. But that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like as well if you like this series. I'm really having a blast with this series at the moment. It's something that I've never really done properly before, lower league management. I have a save with a really, really low league team, Colne, I think is what they're called. But I never really put that much thought into it. It was kind of more of a distraction for me, but I'm really focused on this at the moment. I'm having so much fun. and I'm really happy that I'm able to do this successfully as well. So leave a like, guys, if you're enjoying this as much as I am. Leave me a comment as well. Don't be shy. Say hello. Tell me what you think of my tactics. Tell me what you think of my team. Or if you think that there's some players that I should be looking to sign, do let me know. And don't forget to subscribe as well to keep on top. Whenever there are more episodes coming out, I plan to have these episodes coming out quite regularly. So don't forget to subscribe as well to make sure that you never ever miss an episode. But that's it from me, guys. I'm rambling now. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.